200 to go.
Still 1-0 to Barry, holding on by his fingernails on that last hand.
See, 2 raises.
Vangen has bumped it up with a suited ace.
And call. All in call.
Barry has responded with Jack 9 of spades, so all the money goes in pre-flop. Gudvangen just ahead with ace 3 of hearts, but Barry must like his hand here. And Gudvangen put him away. The flop. Ace 10-7.
So a gut shot for Barry Woods. He'd need an 8, but an ace, of course, crucially puts Martin Gudvangen in front right now.
The turn. Will it be any help for Barry? Is a 2 of spades? Yes, that is help for Barry.
Gives him a flush draw. Any spade, any 8. And he's going to win this one.
Spade or 8.
And the river is a 3 of clubs. That's no help. So ace is up for Martin Gudvangen.
It's 1-1.
And this is the deciding match. Best of 3 between Barry Woods
50 to call.
and Martin Gudvangen to go into the final.
Raise
100, I'm sorry.
250.
Martin Gudvangen has the Phil Hellmuth hand, black 9s. That's what Hellmuth had when he won the main event at the World Series. Woods has Queen 3. All quite small ball, the betting so far, compared to some of the fireworks we've seen before. And that is a lovely flop for 9s.
Martin reaching for chips.
See, 2. It's 375.
375 is the bet. Over to Barry. Doesn't have much here. But in heads up, you've got to play the man. And Barry's been doing very well. And look at this. It moves all in, but quickly called by Martin. So Barry in real trouble here.
We'll need to catch a lady.
Best hand I've had.
Wouldn't be surprising if he did it actually by catching running 5s.
Well, could he do it here? Can Barry Woods pull a rabbit out of the hat to stay alive? He needs a lot of help in this hand.
Yeah. That was a move which has gone badly wrong, and Martin Gudvangen must feel that he has a very good chance of getting to the final of the Australian Heads Up Championship here at the Aussie Millions.
The turn is a king of clubs.
Well, now it has to be a queen for him to stay alive. 3 of them in the deck. Can he spike one on the river? What is coming down the Yarra? Has it got a cue on it?
And the river. It is a queen of spades. Amazing. Barry Woods does it again.
Martin Gudvangen, well, takes it like a man, but inside he must be fuming.
39.75.
Well, they say you've got to run good in poker. You can't just play well. Barry nodding his head, but he knows he's run well in this tournament.
All in blind.
Martin Gudvangen has been beaten from pillar to post, has said all in blind.
Small blind.
I'm 2. 2. Yep.
Well, Barry Woods
something.
catching a queen on the river in the last hand has completely deflated Martin Gudvangen.
Woods has Jack Deuce, not normally the strongest of hands, but Gudvangen, without even looking, called with the 5-3.
Barry is ahead.
It's going to come 3-5.
Well, Barry should be careful calling what cards are going to come, because he's been managing to do that for himself.
He certainly has.
Since the quarterfinals.
I'm old. I can't handle this kind of stress and pressure.
Poor Martin sitting there. He was only a river card away from the final, and now Barry is so close to eliminating Martin and going into the final himself.
The crowd are being told exactly what's at stake here.
Here's the flop. It is a queen-queen 4 flop. So Barry Woods in very good shape.
Very little there for Gudvangen. Running cards for a straight. Not anymore. It'll have to be a 3 or a 5, or he is bust out. And we will have a finalist. Is it going to be Barry Woods?
The river is a 7 of diamonds, and that will do it. Our third match and decider goes to Barry Woods from California, and he is into the final.
This is it, the final of the Australian Heads Up Championship. That is Kyle McMurphy, a young player from Vancouver, Canada, in his first big final. He's got the hoodie, he's got the shades, and he's got Barry Woods of West Hills, California to contend with. It's an all West Coast affair. Barry has 8-6, McMurphy in front with Jack King. It's a raising hand heads up.
Cool.
He decides just to slow play it and has made the call.
Well, heads up poker, you really do need to play almost every hand. You're often in and out of position. The flop, a 7-5-3 flop. That's an interesting flop for Barry. He's all over this flop.
It's check to him. A little bit of riffling as he contemplates. But he decides to put some chips over the line. Our finalists began with 20,000 chips each. That's twice as much as they had in previous rounds. There should be a bit more wiggle room for them to play in.
And Barry's got to like his hand here, but Kyle looks like he's going nowhere. He's counting out some chips.
Barry has the up and down draw, 4 or 9.
And Kyle raises to 16.75, so Kyle's showing a little bit of stubbornness here, but also a willingness to bet and be aggressive, which is a quality you certainly need in heads up. And Barry, with this monster draw, will call.
Cool.
He's up and down. He can catch a 4 or a 9, a 6 or an 8 to take control, but the turn is a jack of clubs. That gives Kyle top pair and a flush draw.
That's taken a few of Woods' outs away. Anything shaped like clover is going to be tarnation for him.
Well, Kyle raised on the flop and caught his turn card.
That is 3,100.
Barry's still with a monster draw, and he also has the 8 of clubs, and he moves all in.
Cool.
And is quickly called by Kyle.
All in call.
You got the flush? Flush draw, straight draw. What?
I called you, right?
So Kyle waiting for Barry to reveal his hand first.
No, I don't want the flush.
First round in heads up. Who will win it?
Yeah, 4 or 9 offsuit.
Barry has come from behind so many times in hands during this tournament. Can he do it again?
Yeah, I think
McMurphy is a young kid. This is his first big final. Here it comes, river card.
It is an ace of spades, and that will do it for Kyle. He will take round 1.
For players escaping the Northern Hemisphere's brutal winter, the Aussie Millions offers a chance to play poker at one of the world's premier events, as well as to bask in the warmth of Melbourne's hospitality.
I've been here the last 4 years, and I don't see any reason not to come here in the future. I mean, I love it down here. I love the tennis. The Australian Open is on at the same time, so I have good memories of Melbourne. I really like it.
Round 2 of the final in the Aussie Millions heads up. Barry Woods has run hot until now. Kyle McMurphy taking the first round, best of 3, and Barry Woods
raised to 900.
Raises to 900 with 8-10 offsuit, but look at this. Kyle McMurphy's got the hooks. He's got pocket jacks.
Raised to 2,100.
And re-raises with them.
Barry Woods has more chips in round 2, but it looks as though he could lose a slice of them here. He doesn't like to throw hands away, and he won't like being pushed around by a kid. He's played some big money winners in previous rounds. Carl McMurphy actually has even less tournament cashes than he does.
Wow, what a flop. Queen 9-7 flop, so Barry is now up and down.
But only the Queen really for McMurphy to worry about, and I don't think it's going to stop him putting all his chips in. He's short stacked. He's 1-0 up in the final.
26.
That's 2,600. Players started with 20,000 in each round.
Decides to keep a little behind.